Hey, how y'all doing, baby? It's Thursday, right before Friday. This week has flown by, baby. I'm sorry I did not get here yesterday. Life gets in the way sometimes, and yesterday sucked. So I just blew yesterday off. I was not up for it last night, and I couldn't have dug it out if I had really tried. So anyway, we get by that shit. We all have things to deal with, but it's a new day. And before I get to the daily shit list, I did get some Christmas cards. I got them in the mail yesterday. And I want to say thank you first to Tim Cormal out in Washington, D.C. He sent a beautiful card. Let me switch this over here so y'all can see. He sent a beautiful card, a winter scene there. I'm on the Tim Cormal show on Sundays. As a matter of fact, I will be on the Tim Cormal show this Sunday. Tim wrote me and asked me if I could step in. You bet your butt, Tim. Anytime we can get the conversation going, I'm all for it, baby. And I also got a card from Carol Lawson from West Warwick, Rhode Island, baby. And it's a beautiful card. Some people have a gift for bringing happiness to others. Ain't that me? I'm just a shining star, ain't it? Anyway, she said it was from her blue dot in Rhode Island, Carol, and she wants to thank me for having a voice. Well, shit. That's the least I can give us. And I also got a card from Richard and Charlotte Peck from Salem, Oregon. Ho, 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 baby. And I also wanted to point out they are a couple of blue dots in Oregon, hoping the holidays are filled. And I just want to point out the fact that either him or her has really nice handwriting. That's really I couldn't do that if I tried. I think they call that kind of calligraphy. And nope, I'm more of a scratcher, baby. I don't write real pretty. I don't think anyway. You can read it though, baby. If you can't, you got a problem. Anyway, what in the hell's going on? Well, we got a deal, baby. That's what I heard. We had a deal. We had a deal yesterday. Yep, gonna have a CR, man, a continuing resolution to fund the government all the way through February, because you know our government, we have long-ranging ideas. But yep. So we had a deal until this morning, that is. Now we don't have a deal. Now we don't know what we have. I just listened to Donnie talk a minute ago while he read a piece of paper that somebody else wrote for him. Our president can read. Basically, keep the words small and to the point. Maybe he can read it. If not, just forget it. He doesn't know what he's saying. But he came out and read a thing, and I really don't know what it meant. Because, one, he changed, he said, we don't have to have a wall. It could be a steel slates. See, we're going to put Venetian blinds up, people. That's what the problem. He's backing down on the word wall. We can call it something else, but I still want my $5 billion or I'm going to scream. Remember just the other day, he was talking about pulling money from all of the other agencies to build his wall. Well, hell, I didn't know all those other agencies were overfunded. What do we got, just money laying around all over the floor around? We'll just go sweep some up everywhere else for Donnie's little monument to his stupidity, to his little pecker. I don't want it, baby. None of this country wants it. Only idiots. The idiots and... I don't know how he's going to get this done because the Senate is gone. Most of the senators are gone, they say today. As a matter of fact, Susan Collins on the way out, when they told her that Donnie had changed his mind on the deal that they had yesterday, she said, what are you trying to do, ruin my life? Yeah, he's trying to do that. Bob Corker I guess he's sitting in his convertible, I guess, looking back at him, said, well, y'all have fun with that. They're leaving for vacation, baby. Them senators aren't going to hang around. It's Christmas time, baby. And they have to go defend their constituents from the war on Christmas, I'm sure. So they're not there to vote. So I don't know what the hell. But you ask yourself, what happened? What happened between yesterday when we had a deal and today, no deal? Well, baby, the law spoke. The Republican Party spoke to Donnie. Oh, not the Republican Party in the House and the Senate. No. Except for them Freedom Caucus nuts in the House, they were all willing to go with this stuff. Freedom Caucus, you know them. They're the teabaggers left over. they're going to scream and holler freedom for everything. We need a wall. Hell, the wall would be closer to your house if we built it on the Canadian border. Wouldn't you feel safer then? No. What's his name? I can't even remember his stupid name, the guy I'm talking about. But what changed Donnie's mind? Rush Limp Dick, Ann Coulter, and Fox and Friends in the Morning changed his mind. Because Steve Ducey, douchebag over there, came out and said this is worse than Obama if he caves on the wall. Ann Coulter, his legacy is wiped out. He's a gutless president if he signs. You want to know who's running our country now? Fox and Friends. Those people. Rush. Ann Coulter crap. That's who's controlling our government. That's who's giving him guidance. Not his advisors, not the Senate, not the House. It's Fox and Friends in the Morning, baby. Steve Douchebag and all them other ones just sit there. That disgusting prick, what is his name? Tucker Carlson. He lost a bunch of advertisers, I understand, because, bringing immigrants into our country makes it poorer and dirtier. There's a continuing thread through all of this. It's called racism, assholes. And that's what we have going all through it. They're all going to get all bitten. Worse than Obama, if you pass this thing. He was told if he signs, he loses and the Democrats win. That's the way they look at everything now. It's a win for them or a loss for us. It's not about the American people. It's not about our budget, which is the deficit's gone sky high. The stock market is again plunging like a rock. People who voted for Donald Trump are going to get mad if they don't get their wall. So what we have the little minions, the little cockroaches, the white supremacists, the Klan members, and all of that. Those are the people that are going to determine our policy on the southern border, because they have demonized so much the immigrant the immigrants from that part of the country. Don't worry about the other parts. They're paying to come in. They're flying in. They got money to get here on an airplane ticket and a visa, and then they overstay it, baby. That's where most of the illegal immigration. He's down up there this morning talking about it's terrible on the border. It's killers, it's rapists, it's bad people. It's 10 terrorists they've caught. And again, he didn't say that they caught the 10 terrorists on the southern border. That's all over. And that's in the Middle East. They stop them there. There have been no terrorists try to sneak across the border out of Mexico. They're not coming across with satchel chargers and machine guns and knives in their teeth with blood dripping down. It's not happening. But we're pulling out of Syria. Yes, we're pulling out of Syria. That's what Donnie said yesterday. We're pulling out of Syria. What? Not today? That's right, baby. Everything this man changes can be done in the next day. In the next stinking breath. Well, I guess he waits to hear from Ann Coulter, I guess. This time he's hearing from the Senate and the House and the Republicans who's saying, you're stupid, Donnie, for pulling out of Syria suddenly. He wants to all just pull. It was a whim. He didn't even talk to his Defense Department. Did he consult his generals? No, because he knows more than the generals. Remember that shit? Donnie knows more than anybody. He doesn't need advisors. He doesn't need generals. He doesn't need anything. He is a graduate of the Wharton School of Finance that his daddy paid for. Because you know he can't add shit up. You know he can't read. You know he can't write. He's a greedy con man who has been bought. He's whored himself out to Russia, who, by the way, stepped right up and said, what did Putin say? Pulling out of Syria is the right thing to do. Yeah, because they're fighting for the other side over there. You know, Putin is fighting with Assad, and we're over there with the freedom rebels, and we're going to back our ass out of there and tell them, hey, it's up to y'all. Live or die. And they will. Lindsey Graham's out there this morning talking about how that the president can't do this. He can't turn his back on the people of Syria, and ISIS will come back. And But Putin says it's the right thing to do. Iran says thank you too, by the way. You know how evil Iran is, and we're battling them, and we're not battling Russia. Hell no, Russia can get away with any damn thing they want. Donnie's not going to say a damn thing to Putin, baby. Anyway, that's how Donnie is. We're flip-flopping every day. That's why the market's crashing, is because the world knows that we have an idiot in the White House. There's no stability in this government. Every part of his presidency is under investigation. Everything about the man is under investigation. His whole stinking con-ass family is under investigation. How many investigations on the Obamas? None. No investigations on Obamas. How about that? Hey, how about that Clinton Foundation? How's it doing? Doing fine. Still out there cranking them out. What about the Trump charities? It was a con, just like his Trump University. It's like every other thing that man ever touches. It's just a cheap imitation of some other bullshit that he gets you to pay for. That's what Trump is. He doesn't use his money, baby. He uses yours. Donate to my charity because I want to buy a big portrait of me. It's a disgusting piece of person. I did see pictures of President Obama delivering toys and gifts to a children's hospital up there in Chicago, I believe it was, and just spreading cheer. I want to ask you a question. Can you imagine that disgusting asshole Trump doing something like that? No, I don't think so, baby. Trump's not showing up at any hospital to give a shit about kids. He doesn't give a shit about your kids. The only kids he cares about are his. They're all getting ready to go to jail. Well, North Korea came out and said, no, they are not going to denuclearize unless the U.S. removes the nuclear threat from the peninsula. That means take away all nuclear options away up from the submarines, any ships that might have nuclear missiles on, any bombers in the area, any plane. Nope, can't have none of that. You got to take them all away. And what? You'll think about it? Well, Donnie's plan just working like everything else does, huh? It's a charade. It's a play put on. It's a dog and pony show. His whole presidency has been nothing but a dog and pony show. So as another piece of his legacy is, as Ann Coulter said, your legacy is doomed. It's doomed anyway, Ann. Don't you see the writing on the wall? Every investigation in the world. But again, those people think it's a left-wing conspiracy of the deep state and the secret society. By the way, when is the next meeting? Is it at the same place, at the same time, and all that? Yeah, okay. The idiocy of the Republican Party, the idiocy of the conservatives in this country has gone to a new low in history. There has never been a time that so many people have shown who they are since this man came in. And it's worked its way into Wallingford, Pennsylvania. I talked about this the other day, how this country has changed since this disgusting man came down the escalator and talked about raping Mexicans and all the bloodthirsty Mexicans that are going to come over and kill your children and all the evil crap that he spits out of his mouth. Strathaven High School in Wallingford, Pennsylvania. Evidently, the school has 4 students that distributed a letter, went around tacking them up on poles and tacking them up on some people's doors. And it was a letter urging all non-citizens to leave. Don't say goodbye to anybody. Just leave. Quickly. Evicted, you will be. They said, this is who you could tell who these people are, who these kids are. They wrote on there that they will be evicted from your home at 9 a.m. tomorrow afternoon. That's 9 a.m. tomorrow afternoon. We're going to come get you. Your ass. No, these are not the brightest students in the room. These are the kids that come to school for social activities, not for an education. And I guarantee you, they threaten these people. We're gonna execute you and your kiddos. Got a picture of them with white Klan hoods on. Klan member hoods. And it was signed at the bottom of that letter, Donald Trump and his crew. Mike Pence, make America great again. You know, the rest of that school today walked out and protested, and good on them. Good on them for making a statement from their school that they will not tolerate these 4 ignorant assholes. And when they find out who these 4 kids are, you want to know where they need to go? To their house and see their parents, because their parents are the one that taught them this shit. Their parents are responsible for how your kid is raised. And if you raise your kid as a racist little asshole, he will do racist little asshole things. And that's what these kids did. And I do believe down in my heart it is because that we have that disgusting man in our house. These people were already primed for 8 years under Obama. I have said it before, I'll say it again. They voted for Trump because of their hatred for Obama. The first black president of this United States, and the best one I have seen in many, many years. They demonized him. They made him into a monster. So yeah, they voted for a racist asshole, a disgusting stain on humanity due to their hatred of Obama. And when you do that, your kids watch you. You're not making statements based on some policy or something that the president said. No, it was his color. I've said a lot of things, but I will remain solid on that. That man got elected because of the hatred of Obama and the hatred that people like Fox News, Rush Limbaugh, and Ann Coulter, those are the scum of the earth that put that feed the little cockroaches on a daily basis. Tucker Carlson feeding it every day on Fox News, you know. Dirtier. Immigrants make our country dirtier. You know what makes our country dirtier? People like Tucker Carlson. He is the filth. He is the filth of this nation. Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of... They don't care. A lot of advertisers going to leave. Who gives a shit? Fox is in this for President Trump, baby. It's his station. It's his propaganda machine. How else is he going to get his daily briefing if Steve Douchebag ain't on TV to tell him what the news is? What's important to the Trump minions out there? But there's hope, baby. There's hope. Kansas. I was glad to see this little story. Kansas state legislature has state senator, this is Kansas now, state senator Diane Sykes and state representative Stephanie Clayton switched their party affiliation from Republican to Democrat. That makes 4 since the midterms in Kansas that have switched from Republican to Democrat. It gives me a glimmer of hope that there is a change coming in the heartland. Maybe some of it will seep over into Iowa. There's some people there. We need the wall. They passed a big farm bill today. Yes, sir. We got time for that. Let's get that farm bill signed. Why? Well, because it's got big payments in there for the farmers to make up for the tariffs shit that Donnie caused, where they ain't getting to sell their shit to China. So Donnie's got to make the payoff. And at the same time, making cuts in the food stamp program to make it more difficult for you to get food stamps if you need them. It's our country, baby. It's our country. And we have to stand tall for it, baby. We have to work for it every damn day. We can't be quiet. We can't be silent about this shit. We can't let it go by. We have to keep making noise until we start turning this nation around, because as long as this disgusting man is in our house, as long as he's there, there's no stability in this country. None at all, baby. Now, before we get all tangled up. I put a little post out yesterday that said, hey, I ain't going to make a rant today. I had a rough day, and I was not feeling good. I was very frustrated yesterday, but I had so many responses from y'all concerned about my health and want me to take a few days off my ranting here. And thank you very much to all of you. I appreciate your concern for my health. It is not this rant that's causing me concern. The shit that Donnie pulls every day is when I speak about it, it's more of a release, and it does wonders for me. And I it's good for me to get it off my chest. But this rant, this speaking out thing is not the reason for my concern. I'm like everybody else out there. We have a life to live. We have things we have to take care of. And sometimes it gets rough. And this month is going to be a rough one, baby, for our family. And I'm doing everything I can to keep our head above water. And but I stress the point that I'm no different than millions and lots of our Blue Dot family and millions of people across this country that are in the same boat that deal with their personal problems every day. It's tough sometimes to deal with, and you have to make choices. One of my choices might be we're going to have to reduce our budget quite substantially, and there will be choices made. And if the choice is between keeping our internet service going out here or phone service going out here, I cannot walk out on my porch and scream 911 and expect the fire truck to show up. I can't do that. So, the obvious choice there is you have to keep your phone service. This won't last forever. We're in a temporary position that things are going to get rough for a while. So if I suddenly disappear, it's not because John had a heart attack because he's pissed off at Donnie. I don't want y'all thinking that. It's just choices that you make in life, and then that's all it is. And so I appreciate all the concern, and but it's not this that's doing it, baby. It's life in general. Excuse me. Anyway, on that note, we want to thank all our Patreon members because that may be the determining factor if we stay online or not. I'm never going to disappear. We just might not be able to do videos. I might have to post on my phone for a little bit, and my phone doesn't have the data plan, so I might be limited on that also. But at any rate, we want to thank all our Patreon members. If you can afford to, think about donating $1 a month to our Patreon fund. It means a whole lot to us, and we appreciate it. And as for those that donate through the PayPal and whatnot, we truly appreciate that help also. It's a big problem I got, and we'll get through it, and things will be fine. And but paying attention to the news and knowing what Donnie's doing and ranting on that is more of a distraction from my problems than anything else, baby. So this is my outlet right here. This is what I do for my own sanity. And so let's don't get overboard on thinking John's going to blow a gasket from Donnie. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't give him the pleasure of that shit. But anyway, taking care of family business in case I'm offline here for a while. It won't be forever. It won't be long. All that kind of shit. We just don't know when they decide to throw a switch or something, and I won't know about it. But anyway, like, share, subscribe. John Burdevall, Blue Dot in Texas, on YouTube. John Burdevall on Facebook. John Burdevall Speaks, Blue Dot Family. Go by, join the family. They're starting to do some marvelous things over there, I've seen. And get involved over there, because that's what it takes for all of us, to be involved in things that happen in our country. And they're doing a grand job of it. So I'm really proud of them over there at John Burdevall Speaks, Blue Dot Family. On Twitter, at Blue Dot in Texas. Anywhere else we can get the message going. Keep the message going, baby. That's the most important thing. I am going to be on the Tim Cormall show on Sunday, so I'll try to share that up there. And if y'all want to listen in, and tomorrow's Friday. No, yeah, Sunday I'll be on Tim Cormall. Friday I'm going to try to get in on Bob Kincaid, Friday on the Front Porch. So if you have a chance to tune into Horn Radio over there. Leo Sahaki's been active again, I see, so give him a listen. Richard Anderson, Randy Kervin, and of course Joe Riddle over on JBS. Their voices are important. Try to listen to them. They're trying to keep the same message going, baby. They're not as pretty as me, but hey, they got a voice and we need to listen to them, baby. So y'all take care, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, baby. Bye.